us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production.
Welcome again to the Dynamic Hour. Again, this segment is where I lay the foundation. This segment is for me to speak to you about a number of things. It is so important that I provide you with the information. You have to be armed with the information so that as you do your daily chores, as you interact with co-workers, maybe friends, colleagues, you can converse with knowledge, with understanding, with intelligence. That is what I want you to become, a well-spoken individual with information to back up what you're saying. I want to encourage those on Facebook to please share the live. Sharing is caring. YouTube, do the same thing there too. Share, subscribe, let more and more people know about the program. I want to start off by saying we need to remain focused. And don't believe I am saying to you we will not rebut the lies, the disinformation from those on the other side. But I am saying to you, we need to remain focused because a lot of good things are happening. The NDC administration, the NDC administration continue to perform well. They continue to excel. So this morning, I want to start off by highlighting that visit Senator the Honorable Jonathan LaCrette made to the schools in his constituency and what he did when he arrived there. This is big news. This is positive news. He did not just go there to talk. He went to give monetary donations to the schools so that they can use it for the students, for the teachers. You never know. They may need something in that classroom, in this classroom, and they can use that money for that purpose.
So I am here this morning at the Grandma Preschool with the principal and staff and also students, and there are some parents here as well as they drop off their children for the first time at the school. The St. George Northwest Council was formed so that we have a wider representation throughout the entire constituency of persons in the various communities representing their communities. And as a result, this morning I am here on behalf of the St. George Northwest Council. Being the head of the council, I am presenting a check for $2,000 to the Grandma Preschool at the start of school so that they can use it to purchase any supplies that they need to carry them through the rest of the term. So, receive all, and that your principal is not here. I'm sure that you are collecting on behalf of her, and I am presenting on behalf of St. George Council this check for the
Well, on behalf of the Grandma Preschool staff and principal, who's not here but I'm sitting in, I would like to say thanks to Senator LaCrette, who has actually adopted the school But I think we go way, way back when, and I really appreciate it. And this would do a lot for the children to buy school supplies and other things. Thank you once again.
On behalf of the St. George Northwest Council, Ms. Court, I would like to present you with this check for $3,500. You and your staff.
So I want to say thank you, Honorable Jonathan LaCrette, for gracing us with your presence this morning and for giving us this generous donation this morning, which is so unexpected. A pleasant surprise, and I can tell you it will go into good use to benefit all the stakeholders of this school. Thank you so much.
We do have a chairman and an executive, and the chair so graciously obliged for me to be here this morning to present this check of $3,500, to the principal and staff of the Happy Hill Primary School so that you can use it. So that you can use it for assistance throughout the school term. So Mr. Francis, on behalf of the council, God bless you and your staff and your school, and we trust that you're going to have a successful academic school year.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. LaCrette, for this donation, and I know it's really going to go a long way because we have lots of things to be done at the school. Once again, on behalf of the staff and the students, thank you very much for such.
I want to present this check for $5,500 to the principal, staff, and students so that it can assist you in whatever it is that you have to do throughout the term. And I'm very grateful and delighted to do so. So this is the end of my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, madam.
I would, on behalf of the school, all teachers, students, all stakeholders of the Happy Secondary School, I would like to convey special thank you to Senator LaCrette. It's a lot of money, don't you agree?
Yeah.
5,000. To begin the school year with $5,500 is a really nice surprise. Let us give Senator a round of applause. Senator, again, I'd like to thank you. Quiet, everybody, for your unwavering commitment to this institution. Apart from that, and that's just a sum total of money that we're getting this morning, but Senator has pledged to do much more.
The council felt that seeing that this is the start of the new school year, that a monetary donation to all schools would go a very long way in procuring materials or resources that would help throughout the school term. So on behalf of the St. George Northwest Council, of which I head, the chairman is not here this morning because he's also a teacher, so he had to be at his school, but the deputy chair is here. They have given me the permission to go ahead and to present on behalf of the council this check of $2,000 to the initiative preschool.
Thank you. Minister, on behalf of the students and staff, we would like to appreciate to tell you how much we appreciate it, and this will go a long way into furthering the cause here. So once again, we thank you for all your efforts and all of your donations and everything. Thank you so much.
The council felt it best that seeing that school is now embarking on its new academic school year, and that we have preschools, primary schools, and one secondary school throughout the constituency, that it would be prudent to deliver to these schools a financial contribution to assist with the running of the operational process for the rest of the term. So we hope it's going to go a long way. The council has a chairman, and the chairman is also an educator, so he couldn't be here this morning, but the deputy chair is here, Mr. Divine, and the chairman has released me to present it on the council's behalf. So on behalf of the St. George Northwest Council, I would like to present this check for $3,500 to the She took a deep breath, for $3,500 to Ms. Tilbury, to you and your staff, and the students.
So on behalf of myself and staff and the students of TLC Academy, I would like to say a hearty thank you to Minister for gracing us with his presence this morning and for bringing along such wonderful gift to our school. We appreciate it very much, and whatever we do with it, we're going to make it useful for the school and for the students. So once again, I'd like to say thank you to all those who are involved in the council and to Minister.
See, that is what we have to talk about, the positive stuff. Remember, this is Keith Mitchell's constituency. If you don't know, Jonathan LaCrette, the Honorable Jonathan LaCrette, ran against Keith Mitchell. Keith Mitchell is a multi-millionaire. He has money like what? But can you tell me, in it for almost 40 years of this man representing that constituency, if he ever did something as great as what the Honorable Jonathan LaCrette did? He visited the schools, and on behalf of the council that he set up, they gave monetary contribution or donation to the schools so that they can do stuff with it. This is significant. That is what the NNP don't want me and you to talk about and highlight here. They want us to focus on small things, because all the NNP is good for is to complain, is to grind, is to groan, is to bawl, is to scream. That's all they're good for. But we have to highlight the positive things that are happening in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. This is a big thing. You would not see that in the mainstream media. You will not see that on MTV. You will not see that on GBN. Well, maybe as we are highlighting it and talking about it, maybe they might just feature it. But this is what our young people need to see. This is what our young people need to hear. The positive things, so that they can be a similar citizen, right? A similar leader in our communities, to give back, to help, to be a good human being. That is what we need. And look, he's not a multi-millionaire like Keith Mitchell, Keith Mitchell said he has $19 million. But I told people before, I remember this guy going into shops, and when he goes to the shop or to those different bars, people will come and offer him a drink. Keith Mitchell, they would offer him a drink, a Heineken or so. I have seen that with my own eyes. And he is a multi-millionaire. But boy, I thank God for Senator the Honorable Jonathan LaCrette and his team, his council, and I love what he did. He is in a constituency that Keith Mitchell has been Member of Parliament for since 1984, so a lot of years ago, right? And it's really dominated by NNP supporters. So he decided we will set up this council that's independent from party. So it's not just a NNP or NDC thing. It is the constituency thing. where everyone can come together and help develop that constituency. Because that constituency is in a terrible state. If you don't know, if you know about the amount of poverty that exists in that constituency, you would not even talk about that. I'm telling you, it's not easy in that constituency. Not much things have been done in that constituency because, Keith Mitchell knows that he's going to win it anyways, right? That was his attitude. Now he's getting real competition because Jonathan LaCrette is determined to bring good representation to the people of that constituency. And that is what we want to talk about. The positive things that are happening in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And I'm going to play it again. Because and when I finish playing it, then I have another positive thing to play for you, because that is what I want you to appreciate. Because when you listen to the Plead Your Cause program on WeFM, it's just complain. And the same callers call the Plead Your Cause program every morning. So Mandu from St. David will call. This guy from River Road will call. The chatters on the street, or the cheaters on the street, whatever his name is. Anne-Marie Eban will call. Same old rubbish. This political lunatic from Fenton Village, he will call and talk rubbish. His grammar is as bad as, the host. And you might have Clifford Bridgman calling. Same cadre. My good friend, teacher Mary, she would try from time to time. The caller from Grenville, I forgot her name, she would call. But it's the same cadre. My good friend from Simone area, Nenny, she would call and maybe read a scripture or pray, right? And maybe Culture Man will call and say something on that program. And maybe the lady who normally calls and give a scripture, speak about, honor and whatever from the Bible and so on, she would call. Same cadre. I can tell you everybody, all who call in every single day, the same people calling every single day. And they believe that they represent the broader cross-section of Grenada. But they tried that during the campaign and in the lead up to the campaign, years before the campaign. Same people calling over and over. And it did not work because they're not speaking to a large audience. Because remember, the majority of people exist on social media. Don't fool yourself, The majority of people who consume information, they exist on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. That's where they go. Online, Google and so on. They don't listen to radio that much. 1 or 2 times they may. And particularly that kind of program where they can't learn anything. It's just a small group of people that listen to that program. When Jericho was there, it was a big thing. Because Jericho had the flair. He had what it takes. Right? But after that, downhill. And it's clear. Very clear. The same set of people call over and over and over. Every single day on that program. Talking rubbish. Every time. Over and over and over again. That program used to be big before. But now it's nowhere. And how we could actually say it was big during the time of NNP reign in power, that program was instrumental in keeping them there, in my belief. But then they were defeated because people get to realize what was going down. Right? Same people calling over and over. They cannot attract new callers or new people on that program. No way, Jose. So let's keep to the positivity. Positive stuff. Positive stuff. Let's play that over again so they can understand. That's Keith Mitchell constituency. Jonathan LaCrette and his team, they continue to bring joy to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. That's the Minister of Health. And he's trying his best in the Ministry of Health. You realize only recently they brought on, he, with his leadership, brought on 8 doctors, eight new doctors. That's him, That's Jonathan LaCrette. Let me play it for you before I play back that stuff. That's him.
Personnel. 8 physicians who recently graduated from St. George's University has completed their internship program and are now employed as house officers at the hospital. Speaking at this week's Senate sitting, Minister for Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Senator Jonathan LaCrette, said this is a big win for Grenada's health sector.
Generally, we'll have 1 or 2. So this is really a big win because we've never had such a huge number. We've never had such a huge number in a long time. So the 8 for us is really good. And they are being rotated now around various areas of the hospital in terms of departments so that they can find their bearings before we actually have them have a taste of the accident and emergency department.
Senator LaCrette said the goal is to strengthen the medical services provided at the A&E department.
In December, we will also have another batch of 8 graduating. So from my medical team, we feel as though that 15, 16 doctors would be enough for us to have a rotation process going, especially at the accident and emergency department, so that the wait is cut down by 3/4. Madam President, the truth is the truth. It's a long wait with one doctor who wants to ensure that he properly physically examine the individuals who come into the ER, or who comes into the A&E, sorry. He or she will take some time to ensure that no malpractice is done, etc. So I understand the wait, because there are times you go in the past, and I myself as a citizen, you have to wait. Yes, and based on the criticality of your emergency, you may want some immediate redress before the persons who are sitting there, etc. So we're looking at a 12-hour shift, yes, and per person, so that we can have them on a rotation basis and have 2 doctors on call at the emergency, accident and emergency department before the end of the year.
Right, so that's good. I want to commend the Honorable Jonathan LaCrette, and he was actually saying there to the end, before the end of the year, another 8 or so doctors will be roped in within the ministry, within the different clinics and hospitals, because they will complete their stuff at SGU and so on. That's good. I want to commend the Honorable Jonathan LaCrette. So let me go back now to play for those who miss it, what he did on the first day of school for all the schools in his constituency.
So I am here this morning at the Grandma Preschool with the principal and staff and also students, and there are some parents here as well as they drop off their children for the first time at the school. The St. George Northwest Council was formed so that we have a wider representation throughout the entire constituency of persons in the various communities representing their communities. And as a result, this morning I am here on behalf of the St. George Northwest Council. Being the head of the council, I am presenting a check for $2,000 to the Grandma Preschool at the start of school so that they can use it to purchase any supplies that they need to carry them through the rest of the term. So, Ms. Yvonne, and that your principal is not here, I'm sure that you are collecting on behalf of her, and I am presenting on behalf of St. George Council this check for the Grandma.
Well, on behalf of the Grandma Preschool staff and principal, who's not here but I'm sitting in, I would like to say thanks to Senator LaCrette, who has actually adopted the school. But I think we go way, way back when, and I really appreciate it. And this would do a lot for the children to buy school supplies and other things. Thank you once again.
On behalf of the St. George Northwest Council, Ms. Fort, I would like to present you with this check for $3,500. You and your staff.
So I want to say thank you, Honorable Jonathan LaCrette, for gracing us with your presence this morning and for giving us this generous donation this morning, which is so unexpected. A pleasant surprise, and I can tell you it will go into good use to benefit all the stakeholders of this school. Thank you so much.
We do have a chairman and an executive, and the chair so graciously obliged for me to be here this morning to present this check of $3,500, to the principal and staff of the Happy Hill Primary School so that you can use it. that you can use it for assistance throughout the school term. So Mr. Francis, on behalf of the council, God bless you and your staff and your school, and we trust that you're going to have a successful academic school year.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. LaCrette, for this donation. And I know it's really going to go a long way because we have lots of things to be done at the school. Once again, on behalf of the staff and the students, thank you very much for such.
I want to present this check for $5,500 to the principal, staff, and students so that it can assist you in whatever it is that you have to do throughout the term. And I'm very grateful and delighted to do so. So this is the end of my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning,
I would, on behalf of the school, all the teachers, students, all stakeholders of the Hatfield Secondary School, I would like to convey special thank you to Senator LaCrette. It's a lot of money, don't you agree?
Yeah.
5,000. To begin the school year with $5,500 is a really nice surprise. Let us give Senator a round of applause. Senator, again, I'd like to thank you. Quiet, everybody, for your unwavering commitment to this institution. Apart from that, and that's just a sum total of money that we're getting this morning, but Senator has pledged to do much more.
The council felt that seeing that this is the start of the new school year, that a monetary donation to all schools would go a very long way in procuring materials or resources that would help throughout the school term. So on behalf of the St. George Northwest Council, of which I head, the chairman is not here this morning because he's also a teacher, so he had to be at the school, but the deputy chair is here. They have given me the permission to go ahead and to present on behalf of the council this check of $2,000 to the preschool.
Thank you. Minister, on behalf of the students and staff, we would like to appreciate to tell you how much we appreciate it, and this will go a long way into furthering the cause here. So once again, we thank you for all your efforts and all of your donations and everything. Thank you so much.
The council felt it best that seeing that school is now embarking on its new academic school year, and that we have preschools, primary schools, and one secondary school throughout the constituency, that it would be prudent to deliver to these schools a financial contribution to assist with the running of the operational processes for the rest of the term. So we hope it's going to go a long way. The council has a chairman, and the chairman is also an educator, so he couldn't be here this morning, but the deputy chair is here, Mr. Ryan, and the chairman has released me to present it on the council's behalf. So on behalf of the St. George Northwest Council, I would like to present this check for $3,500 to the she took a deep breath, for $3,500 to Ms. Tilbury, to you and your staff and the students.
So on behalf of myself and staff and the students of TLC Academy, I would like to say a hearty thank you to Minister for gracing us with his presence this morning and for bringing along such wonderful gift to our school. We appreciate it very much, and whatever we do with it, we're going to make it useful for the school and for the students. So once again, I'd like to say thank you to all those who are involved in the council and to Minister.
That is the positivity that exists within the NDC administration. And it's not just him but all the other ministers and all the other senators representing the government, they continue to do great things within their constituency. And I want to say to the Honorable Jonathan LaCrette, you deserve a round of applause and you must take a bow, because what you did, the person who represents that constituency in the Parliament of Grenada has not done in the last, what? He has been there, what? 40 years or almost 40 years or so? It's amazing, you know. 41 years, somewhere around there, you know. A lot of years, you know. Look at what this young man is doing. And that is why I always say to you, give the young people a chance and they will transform our schools, our communities, our homes. They will transform Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. And I see a lot of folks on Facebook asking, well, Keith Mitchell, where you there? Why you have not done something like that, right? And it's a good opportunity for you to do something like that. Jonathan LaCrette, he will lead and you will follow. So he actually started the process. We want to see you go to these schools and give them far more because you're a multimillionaire. Do that. Boy, oh boy, I just love this team of young men and women. They mean well. They mean well. They love this country and they love the people. They want to see you in a better place. I want to now move to a very groundbreaking agreement that was signed between Foreign College and TAMCC for the creatives, so people who are in the creative industry, students who are interested in that line of study, you can go really far at TAMCC with that. And I want to commend Kijana Orlando Romain. He's the advisor in that area and he has been doing a remarkable job in that area. And I want to commend the Honorable David Andrew, who actually signed on government's behalf.
Agreement has been signed between the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs in the Ministry of Economic Development, Planning, Tourism, ICT and the Creative Economy, and the T.A. Marisho Community College to offer scholarships to students to pursue specialized courses on the TAMCC's Creative and Cultural Industries Associate Degree Program. It was one of the recommendations made in May of this year at Unleash, Grenada's premier cultural and creative industries conference, which was held at the Radisson Resort. The agreement, which was signed by Minister for Education, Youth, Sports and Culture, Honorable David Andrew, and Mr. Ronald Brunton, principal of the college, paves the way for students to pursue courses in areas like Introduction to Entertainment Law, Introduction to Entrepreneurship for Creative Industries, and Digital Media, among others.
So today we've had the signing of that document, the agreement between the college, the Office of Creative Affairs, Ministry of Education, to facilitate those courses that will be made available to students and persons in the creative free of charge, scholarships. And we are again happy as a government to present those to our people, and we signed those today. We are delighted.
Minister for Education, Honorable David Andrew. Mr. Isaac Bagwan, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Economic Development, Planning, Tourism, ICT and the Creative Economy, says the initiative is part of the government's plans to build capacity in an alternative sector where employment opportunities can be provided.
The courses are tailored to the particular needs. It is also, the courses will also be done at flexible time to facilitate the persons who are involved in the creative, so that you were speaking about in the afternoon time, late afternoon, so that they could get an opportunity to participate and enhance their particular skills.
Mr. Orlando Romain is the advisor in the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development with responsibility for ICT, digital economy and the creative economy. He says the three major recommendations from Unleash were the need for more opportunities to encourage capacity building for creatives, more financing resources, and formalizing the creative sector.
This initiative will allow creatives the opportunity to enhance their skills and their knowledge in specific areas of business relating to the creative industry. We have courses in entertainment law, courses in entrepreneurship for creatives, courses in digital marketing, all which we believe will significantly enhance their abilities to function as proper businesses or proper entrepreneurs in this landscape. So this is one out of many initiatives that we plan to unveil in the coming months. And we encourage the creatives to register for the courses. It is free of cost. As you would see, our government is trying to move towards a country where education is accessible, where it is free, and where it is of a high standard.
Yes, indeed. So kudos to you there, my good friend Kijana Orlando Romain. Keep up the good work, my brother. And I am so happy to see PS Bagwan. All right. I know under the NNP, he was treated badly. Yes. In fact, he should be a senior PS by now. Under the NNP, they really treated this gentleman badly. Once they believe that you have certain leanings politically, they, under the NNP, it was not about competence. But I'm so happy to see him back at the helm within that particular ministry. I want to commend him, and I hope that he will continue to do what he's doing. That's permanent secretary there, Bagwan. Kudos, thumbs up, my brother. All right, nice. I want to say to us, you need to understand what is at stake. That is why I've always been very firm. Grenada is being transformed. And I, as a citizen of the state of Grenada, which includes Carriacou and the PT Martinique, will not allow just one person or a group of bandits to prevent the transformation from happening. I will not. Because when my people are prosperous, when my people have a better standard of living, when my people have better wages, it means that Grenada will move forward. Grenada will be in a better place, not only here, but regionally and internationally. And our people will live a better life. We must protect all these gains with all that we have. And I'm saying to the folks in the diaspora, you have your job cut out for you. Because with all the good things that are happening in Grenada, with all the transformation that are happening in Grenada, the NNP supporters, generally speaking, will still support the NNP and will still go there and vote for the NNP. So I am saying to our NDC supporters, and I am saying to those in the diaspora, because I am of the firm belief that the next election will be determined externally into the internal realms of the country. So it will be an external into the internal aspect. And if you have political sense, you will understand what I am saying. You in the diaspora, we have 20 times more people in the diaspora than who are living in Grenada, Carriacou and PT Martinique. So when you come back for funerals, register to vote. When you come back for weddings, register to vote. When you come back for a vacation, register to vote. When you come back to light candles on the graves of your loved ones, the ancestors and so on, register to vote. It is important. Get your children, once they have a birth certificate or a Grenadian passport, they can register to vote. So when the election time comes around, you can then come in and vote to make sure that the transformation continues, to make sure that the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team remain in power. And this time with more seats, we could do it. We have done it successfully in the past, where our Grenadian brothers and sisters decided to come back home and vote overwhelmingly. We can do that again. So I am saying I'm of the firm belief that the next election will be heavily dependent on you, the outcome, on you, the people out there in the diaspora. So yes, things are happening here, but the NNP supporters, no matter what you do for them, you will give them house, land, car, money, they will still vote for NNP because it's a sickness. It's a disease. NNP is a disease. It's a sickness, and it's a mental, it's a cognitive disorder. It's a mental disorder. It's a problem. And it will take a long time to heal and for them to be transformed. That mindset, you whap, the head whap. You understand? When you have an engine head, the engine monk, the engine head, he whap, he smooth. No grip, no nothing. So there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done. So I am saying we need to understand what is at stake and what is required to protect the gains. Very important. So when you come for vacation, when you come back home, register. Call me, communicate with me. I'll guide you accordingly. What is required, what you need to do, what you need to. Call me up as you did in the past. Let's organize, let's coordinate. And I'm calling on my good friend, Terry Forrester. That is a job cut out for you. Diaspora Affairs. Working with the diaspora to make sure that when they come back to Grenada, those who are pro-government, particularly those who are for the government, who are for NDC, who wants to see NDC remain in power, you need to make sure that they register, make sure that we get the data, the numbers and all that kind of stuff, so we can follow up with them between now and the election. It's important. We want to see when homecoming for the 50th independence celebration, because a lot of Grenadians are coming back home. We must work extremely hard to get our Grenadian brothers and sisters around that time to register to vote in the next election 3 or 4 years from today. We must work on that because I will be working on that. In fact, that is one of my projects. When you come back home for independence, the 50th independence, you must be registered. You must organize and register to vote in those different constituencies. And I will be available with a team of men and women to help you, to guide you smoothly through the process so that you can register. And of course, your data will be taken in terms of your name, your number, and so on, where you're coming from, so we can follow up with you between now and the election to come back home to vote when the election time comes. Remember, Kem Jones, your humble servant, is saying to you, the election will be heavily dependent on you, and it will be determined by you, the folks in the diaspora. You calling home, you convincing your family members here to go back again and vote for the NDC, or to go for the first time and vote for the NDC, to keep them in power and make sure that they continue to transform Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Because those NNP supporters, and don't underestimate that, they have numbers, right? They lost the election, yes, but their numbers is still great. And they don't care about transformation. They don't care about development. They don't care about development. No. All they're concerned about is their party, and they want their party back in power. We have to prevent that from happening. All right? Very important. I want to say to you, support the NDC Florida chapter. They're having a gala, and our beloved Prime Minister, the most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, will be there in attendance.
Grenadians and friends of Grenada in South Florida, our beloved political leader and Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, is coming to celebrate with us at a grand gala on Saturday, October 14th at the luxurious Floridian Ballroom in Pembroke Pines. The occasion will mark the first anniversary of the NDC Florida chapter. Prime Minister Mitchell will be delivering the keynote address outlining his vision for the development of our beautiful tri-island state. Meet and greet the distinguished Caribbean leader. The gala starts at 7 p.m. with a cocktail hour followed by dinner and dance. Tickets to the gala is only $200 and are available from any member of the NDC Florida chapter or online at gotofed.com. Proceeds towards the construction of the party's resource center and other programs of the chapter. So get your tickets now for the NDC Florida chapter inaugural gala, October 14th at the Floridian Ballroom, Pembroke Pines, Florida. You can't afford to miss it.
Please support the Florida chapter of the NDC. They're doing an excellent job. Please support them. Right, a number of people say, Kim Jones, play that video with Ron and that incident there, because we no longer calling it an accident, an incident that took place in the Willis area because the individual fell from his bike, the young man, and we're glad that he's home, safe and sound, recovering, fell from his bike and skidded towards Ron's vehicle tire. All right? Yes, I want to wish you all the best. I will be back with you tonight in the hub, starting from 8 in the PM. 8 in the PM, I will be back with you. And those who pledge their financial support to keep the program going, please try to honor that commitment. And if you have not yet pledged or indicate that you're going to give financially to the program to keep it going, please do so. My number is well known, 1473 415 4817. That's 415 4817. Send me a WhatsApp message. Indicate that you're willing to give something. I'll send you the information. You can send the money via Western Union or MoneyGram to support what I do. Or if you're in Grenada, I can link up with you somewhere so you can support what I do. Right? Take good care. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back with you.